The first poem is called What's Just for Christmas by the children's poet Eugene. It's written in 1916. Father calls me William, sister calls me Will, mother calls me Willie, but the fellas call me Bill. Mighty glad I ain't a girl, I'd rather be a boy, without them sashes, curls, and things that's worn by Fauntleroy. Love to chalk green apples and go swimming in the lake. Hate to take the castor oil they give for a bellyache. Most of the time, the whole year round, there ain't no flies on me. Except just for Christmas, I'm as good as I can be. Got a yellow dog named Sport, I sick him on the cat. First thing you know, she doesn't know where she's at. Got a clipper sled, and when his fellows go to slide along comes a grocery cart, and we all hook a ride. But when the grocery man gets all worried and cross, he reaches at with his whip and Larry ups his hoss. And we just laugh and holler, "Oh, you never touched me!" Except just for Christmas, when I'm good as I can be. Grandma hopes that when I'm grown and get to be a man, I get to be a minister like her older brother Dan, who was ate up by the cannibals that live on Ceylon's Isle, where every prospect pleases and only man is vile. But Grandma, she's never been to see a Wild West show, or read the life of Daniel Boone, or else I guess she'd know that Buffalo Bill and cowboys is good enough for me, except just for Christmas when I'm good as I can be. Sport, he sits and stares at me so silent and so still. His eyes seem to be saying, "What's the matter, little Bill?" And that old cat jumps off the hearth and wonders what's become those two sworn enemies of hers that used to make things hum. But I'm so polite and tend so eagerly to biz. Mother says to Father, "How improved our Willie is." But Father, having been a boy himself, I think suspicions me, when just for Christmas I'm as good as I can be. 'Cause Christmas with its lots and lots of candy, cakes, and toys was made, they say, for proper kids and not for naughty boys. So wash your face and brush your hair and mind your P's and Q's, and don't bust out your pantaloons and don't wear out your shoes. Say yes-em to the ladies and yes-er to the men. And when the company comes, don't pass your plate for pie again. But thinking of the shiny things all hanging on that tree, just for Christmas, I'm as good as I can be. Number 2 is the second poem I'm about to recite is an old one you probably know. It was written in 1824 by Clement Clarke Moore, called A Visit from St. Nicholas. 'Twas the night before Christmas, and all through the house not a creature was stirring, not even a mouse. The stockings were hung by the chimney with care, in hopes that St. Nicholas soon would be there. The children were nestled all snug in their beds, while visions of sugar plums danced in their heads. Mamma on her kerchief and I in my cap had just settled down for a long winter's nap. When to my ears there arose such a clatter, I sprang from my bed to see what was the matter. Away to the window I flew like a flash, tore open the shutters, threw open the sash. And what to my wondering eyes should appear but a miniature sleigh and 8 tiny reindeer. With a little old driver so lively and quick, I knew right away that it must be St. Nick. More rapid than eagles his coursers they came, and he whistled and shouted and called them by name. On Dasher, on Dancer, on Prancer, on Vixen, come Comet, come Cupid, come Donner, come Blitzen. From the top of the course to the top of the wall, dash away, dash away, dash away all. And up to the housetop the coursers they flew, with a sleigh full of toys, and St. Nicholas too. Then in a twinkling I heard on the roof the clattering noise of each galloping hoof. I ducked in my head and was turning around. Down the chimney St. Nicholas came with a bound. He was dressed all in fur from his head to his foot. His clothes were all tarnished with ashes and soot. A bag full of toys he had slung on his back. He looked like a peddler just opening his pack. His eyes, how they twinkled. His dimples, how merry. His cheeks were like roses, his nose like a cherry. A stump of a pipe he held tight in his teeth, and the smoke went around his head like a wreath. He was jolly and plump, a right jolly old elf, and I laughed when I saw him in spite of myself. He had a broad face and a little round belly that shook when he laughed like a bowl full of jelly. With the wink of his eye and a nod of his head, I was given to know I had nothing to dread. He spoke not a word, but went straight to his work. He filled all the stockings, then turned with a jerk, and laying a finger aside of his nose, and giving a nod, up the chimney he rose. He sprang to his sleigh, to his team gave a whistle, and away they all flew like the down of a thistle. But I heard him exclaim ere he drove out of sight, Merry Christmas to all, and to all a good night.